So today I'm with an old friend, Kevin Jones, who is, I think, down in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, Kevin.
Yes,
How
sir.
are things
You
going
see,
with you?
yeah. Oh, things are going great. I hope they are with you as well.
Yeah, Kevin and I go way back in the IICRC world, and we've done some stuff on clean facts as well. And actually, I
Yeah.
think you caught me at an airport one day.
It was St. Louis. I
I was
remember it
coming home,
well.
and someone's like, "Hey, Jeff." I'm like, "What? Who are you?"
It's amazing the amount of people I run into I know at airports.
Exactly.
So,
Well, Kevin, what are you doing these days? I think you have a new company. Tell us
yeah,
about
just started a new venture. I was working in franchise systems for about 11 years as an instructor, and then I have left that and was doing real estate, and it just came upon me. Some couple things happened that made me realize I could do this. So I've applied with the ICRC. I'm still waiting to hear back on final word to start my own drying school. Call it I-40 Structural Drying Academy and Consulting Service. We serve you from coast to coast. My wife came up with the I-40 name.
I figured
Um,
that was it. Yeah.
well, since we're so close to it, I thought, hey, that's pretty cool.
I didn't even
But
have to look at the map. I knew I-40 went across.
it does. It goes right through Nashville.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we're about 20 minutes north of Nashville. So anyway, I thought that was pretty snazzy in the coast to coast thing. But um, and then I got involved in the article that you and I have talked about that in Chattanooga on a tornado loss, and it just kind of lit my fire.
All right. So that's the meat of our discussion, that topic. So you're a consultant, restoration consultant. You're going to help consumers and restoration contractors get the job done correctly. I think that's your aim,
Absolutely.
to be the middleman and make
Hmm.
sure it happens the correct way. Some
Right.
might say the IICRC way.
I agree
So,
with that.
yeah.
I'm a
So
big ICRC proponent. So
yeah, the standards and the training's good stuff.
it is.
Uh, let's talk about the night of April 12th, 2020. That's just a few months ago. And
Was
this
it?
is going to build into what's going on and why we're getting together today. What happened?
Um, there was a pretty decent sized tornado over in Chattanooga, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours from Nashville. Um, did quite a bit of damage. Was on the ground for I don't know a couple of miles. EF3 to EF4 size tornado. So
Okay, so what did it did something.
yeah, it hit quite a few things, but it hit one house in particular. And removed quite a bit of the roof from the house. The couple, was home. Just a young couple. They don't have any children or anything yet, but so they were huddled in a closet. And when they came out, they saw the damage that had been done, and there was all kinds of debris in their house. And they next day started the process of notifying their insurer and of help and repairs done. And I had no idea about it until I don't know, probably mid-May, maybe. No, probably early June.
Okay,
Um,
so 6 weeks later, it sounds like.
yes,
So I think what we need to do as restoration contractors or consultants and insurance companies is put ourselves in the shoes of those affected. So they were in a
absolutely.
closet. They come out. Their house is damaged.
Right.
They need to get it fixed.
Hmm.
Why did it take so long to get started?
Well, it was interesting, and in these situations where you have lots of damage, it does take a while to get. You got no power, all these things happen. It does take a while to get some things assessed. But it was, gosh, I think 16 days before the restoration contractor vendor
Hmm.
was even contacted, and they were on site the next day. Um, Sprayed antimicrobial as they were directed to by the insurer. And then while they were just deciding coverage, um, didn't get back in the house till May 11th when they were given authority to go in and start the drying process.
So it was the night of April 12th when the tornado hit. It was May 11th when the restorer was told
To
to
begin
go
drying.
in and get busy.
Hmm.
A month.
But that didn't include removal of sheetrock and all that, which if we look at the definition of Cat 3 water, wind driven rain such as that from hurricanes, other weather related events. And, that argument is a tornado Cat 3 or not can always be debated. Um, I've always just thought err on the side of caution.
Hmm. So, so it took a while to get this job done. Are they back in the home now?
No,
They're still not.
they're
And
still not.
today is July 31st.
Right.
Okay. So we have a disconnect somewhere, Kevin.
We do.
I mean, if I'm the person, the homeowner, and my insurance company is not getting it done with the contractor, I've got problems.
Absolutely.
So what's the solution?
I, right now, until things get better, the solution is to hire people like you and I who know the business to come in and kind of be that middle man or woman to make sure things move along, to hold, and I hate to say it because I'm a restoration person, but to hold the restoration contractor accountable to getting it done, and the insurance company to holding up to their contract.
Okay.
And I think that's invaluable to the consumer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's cool. And we realize that sometimes it takes someone to shake things up to get it done. Hopefully those watching this today, whether they're on the insurance side or restoration side, they see the point that these people, when they buy insurance and there are contractors ready to do the work, that the work needs to get done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what can you actually do, Kevin? And what have you done with this case? This tornado from April 12th, they're still not in their home. What are you doing with that?
Excuse me. I actually have written 4 reports for these people, and I've done a site visit. And one of the things that really frustrated me even more than the fact of whether the walls are Cat 2 or Cat 3 was the fact that there's blown-in insulation in all the exterior walls, which, according to the standard, when you've got blown-in insulation, it gets, and it got wet. It was soaked at one point when the roof blows off and the walls are exposed. Mm-hmm. All that water. It needs to be removed because it packs down, loses R value. Not to mention it could be a mold fiasco, which fortunately has not happened. But I've written the 4 reports. I've included a lot of photographs, ticked a lot of people off.
I was going to ask about that part too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were saying all my points were conjecture. So then I wrote out my last report as fact, conjecture, and then a couple of hearsays.
Okay. Now you mentioned it was a Category 2 initially. Now after it sits a long time wet, it was 3 initially?
Well, we approached it as a 3 because it was wind-driven rain from a hurricane.
Okay.
Or a tornado.
Yep.
The tornado a mile away hit an auto parts store and totally destroyed it. And then it went across a pretty big sized pond and sucked up a lot of water out of the pond, and it dropped it right in these people's houses.
Okay. But as it sits wet so long because of the lack of getting to work, what's going on with that? What does that do to the structure and these poor people in this home?
It definitely, according to the standard, over a period of time will change the category. We mm-hmm. all are aware of that. And it just makes it to the point where they can't, because there's no repairs done. Their roof's still missing. I mean, there's a tarp on it, but they can't live in it. They've got no power.
Let's talk about the money. If this thing happens and the insurance company says get to work and the restoration contractor gets to work, wouldn't that save money in the long run?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The good thing is they did finally call in an IEP who came to a lot of the same conclusions that I wrote and did.
Okay.
And they finally decided to act on that. But how much money did they pay the IEP to come in and do that? And sometimes, and I hate to say this, sometimes I feel like they'll spend a lot of money to try to save money and end up spending more. Just
exactly.
Take care of it from the beginning and it's all done. Everybody's happy.
Okay. Here's my final question, Kevin.
Okay.
So when this happens, an event like this, whether it's a tornado, a flood, whatever,
right?
Who should hire you? Should it be the homeowner? Should it be the contractor? How's that work?
I think it should probably be the homeowner, to be honest with you. And that's the hardest part, is to get that word out. But how this happened was one of the restoration contractors saw what was happening and called me and asked me to reach out to these people.
So it can work both ways.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
that's how I got involved in it.
All right. Well, since they're still not in their home, and this is on the cleanfacts.com website, this story in this video, check back with me once you have more information, okay?
Sounds good.
We'll do a follow-up, and I hope those people are back in their home quickly, and it's because of your efforts.
Well, I'm just happy I could help a little bit. So,
yeah. How can people reach you, Kevin?
They can reach me. My email, I40 is in David AC.
Say it again. I think it cut out.
I40 DAC, DAC, at gmail.com.
Okay.
Or phone is 615-500-1149.
All right. People can rewind this and watch that again if they need to get that number.
Absolutely.
All right, Kevin, keep up the good work down there.
Jeff, I appreciate you and all you've done over the years and with
Thanks.
the magazine. And you teach a good color repair class too, by the way.
I think you passed it.
I barely. No, I did.
All right.